Hello. Your relationship with God is supposed to be very intimate and personal. Let's take, for example, you have your elder sister, elder brother. Either way, you are like 10, 20, 15 siblings. You have now grown and you're out of your father's house. But this elder one usually tells you, let's plan over the holiday and go see our parents. Let's plan over the weekend and go see our parents. And you all join and go to see the parents. That does not make them the link between you and your parents. I hope you understand me. That does not make them a link. That does not mean that you cannot see your parents in their absence. That does not mean that by the fact that they are your sisters does not mean that they will be the link between you and your parent. What do I mean? I mean, you can decide today you wake up and go see your parents without that one sibling, that elder sibling, and you will not have sinned. You will not have gone against anybody. And that is also the case with your relationship with God. There is that intimate relationship between you and God that does not involve a church, that does not involve a pastor, that does not involve anybody whatsoever. Disclaimer. I'm not referring to anybody. I'm not referring to any relationship, anybody you know, anybody you don't know. I'm not referring to anybody. I'm just telling you something out of experience. Your relationship with God should be very intimate, should not involve anybody. You going to church or you fellowshipping somewhere does not mean that church is the immediate relationship with God. Does not mean that if you do not fellowship in that church, you are no longer going to talk to God. You are no longer having a relationship with God. Your relationship with God, it's you and God. The only person we have in between you and God is Jesus Christ, nobody else. The only person that you have between you and your God is Jesus Christ. Not your pastor, not your reverend, not mama, not papa, not daddy, not... Understand? They are only there to link you up. And it does not mean that because they are praying for you, does not mean that you cannot pray for yourself. It does not mean that just because it's your pastor that talks to God, you tell your pastor your problems and your pastor tells God, does not mean that you cannot talk to God. He is your father on a very personal level. You are a partaker of the kingdom of heaven with Jesus. Jesus died on the cross so that you and God can have a personal relationship past that one that existed, that was between, it was from you to the priests, then to God. When Jesus died, he made us to be one with God. He made that relationship. Now God is my Father. You understand me? I do not need anybody. I do not need anybody to link me to my Father. I can call my Father when I want. I can talk to my Father when I want. I can summon my Father when I want. And there is nobody that is supposed to be in between. So, wewe kutoka SDA, kwenda Catholic, kwenda OPCG, kwenda PCA, kwenda does not mean that your God was in one church. Mungu wako alikuwa PCA, and now that you are no longer fellowshipping in PCA, you're fellowshipping in the other one, means hauko kwa Mungu. No. There is a very intimate relationship between you and God where nobody else, no church, no pastor, no reverend, no bishop, nobody is involved. It's you and God. The only person that is supposed to be between you and your God is Jesus Christ. Nobody else. Mtu asikudanganye. You and Jesus. You and God. The only person that is in between you is Jesus Christ. And the person that leads you to God is the Holy Spirit, not your pastor. Not your pastor. Daddy, Masi amefanya. Daddy, Masi alitumwa school fees. There's our first born doing that. Yes. Firstborn wetu anaweza niongelelea, aambie baba yangu Masi alituma school fees, and my father will answer to that. But does not mean that I cannot go to my father and tell him directly, Daddy, nimetuma school fees. You understand? I hope you do. But you must understand that your relationship with God, nobody is involved. Whoever that is praying for you anakuombeaga, no problem. The same way that we can talk, the same way our siblings can tell our fathers about us, but does not mean that they stop being our parents. Okay? I hope you understand that.